Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Curtis here, also known as the Unbox Fox. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been away. I was away in Mexico for 2 weeks, so therefore I haven't been able to post anything on here in about 3 weeks because of travelling and coming back. I didn't get back till Friday. So I did try to do a video out there. I was going to go to Walmart, which I did, to find some physical media. But unfortunately they have no physical media there. The only thing they did have was maybe a game or two on PS5. I don't know if they have the same problem as America. They're not able to get any in or something, I've heard, but or they just don't have any at all, so that was a shame. However, I've been planning this video for quite some time, and I'm going to send it to Keith84 Pictures as a bit of a challenge, see if he can do the same. So we'll get straight into the video. This is my A to Z of favourites, so I will be going through my list, and then hopefully Keith will take up the challenge and show off his A to Z list, as I'd like to see his favourites. Just another quick one. I haven't got a full A to Z. I've got one letter missing because I don't have a film in my collection that begins with Q. I could pick a favourite just out of the blue, it was Q, but I want to do this as part of my collection. So Keith, if you could just keep it to your collection and do an A to Z, I think that would be cooler rather than just picking them out from randomness. So this is my A to Z of favourites in my collection. So to start off with, we have A Nightmare on Elm Street. This is one of the first one was, actually no, it wasn't the first one. My very first horror film was Freddy's Dead. My sister and brother were watching it, and I kept pestering, I want to watch it too, I want to watch it too. And I was only about 5 or 6 at the time, I think, and I kept pestering, I want to watch it, why can't they watch it and I can't? And my mum said to me, all right then, you know, I've warned you, if you want to watch it, go watch it. So I went and watched it with them, and I walked in on a scene and it was Freddy all up close, and it scared the living daylights out of me. But I've obviously grown up and grown to love this series of films. So that was A Nightmare on Elm Street. Next up, this is probably no surprise. If you've watched my channel, you'll know that I absolutely love this trilogy, and that is Back to the Future. One of my absolute all-time favourite movies and trilogies of all time. This was played over and over and over and over when I was a kid. Absolutely loved the first one. The second one's even better, I think, and the third one's really great because it's Wild West. So that was B, Back to the Future. Now for C, I have a bit of a cult classic, and it's The Crow. I love this movie. My brother showed me this when I was younger, and I fell in love with it. I think it's a really cool movie. So yeah, that was The Crow for C. D, I picked this film because it's one of my favourite action movies. The first Die Hard movie. It is a Christmas movie. It's one of my favourite Christmas movies, and you can't tell me otherwise. But yeah, great movie. So that's D, Die Hard. Next one is E, and it is Eagle Eye. This is a great film. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. Shia LaBeouf is brilliant in this. I won't give it away, but if you haven't seen this, go check it out. It's a great film. So that was E, Eagle Eye. F is one of my favourite, another favourite horror film, and that's Final Destination. I think this is probably one of the best horror films made, purely because every time you go out and about, Final Destination will always jump in your head. If you're behind a truck full of logs, you think of Final Destination 2. You get on an aeroplane, you freak out a little bit because of this one. You know, day-to-day things freak you out because of this film series. So that's why I think this is absolutely fantastic. So that's F, Final Destination. Next up is just an absolutely fantastic film. Love this film. Only film to actually make me bawl my eyes out crying, and that is The Green Mile. I don't need to say much about this. If you've seen it, you know how amazing this film is. So that's G, The Green Mile. Next up is one of my favourite comedy action films, H, Hot Fuzz. Love this movie. Big fan of Edgar Wright, and I think this is one of his best. I do love a little sort of murder mystery, and this was right up my alley. So Hot Fuzz for H. Next is I, which is Indiana Jones. Love these films. My favourite though is The Last Crusade. I just love that film. I think it's really good with his dad in it, Sean Connery obviously. Brilliant series. Absolutely love these films. So that was I, Indiana Jones. Now J, love this film as a kid. Still love this, and I love the steelbook that I've managed to get of this, and it's Jumanji. Brilliant film with Robin Williams, one of his best films. So yeah, that was J, Jumanji. Next up, K. I picked out this film because I'm a big sort of spy James Bond sort of film kind of guy, and it's Kingsman. I should have picked out the first one really to show off, but couldn't find it. But it's the Kingsman films. I think they're brilliant. So yeah, that was K, Kingsman. Another set of action films that I think are absolutely fantastic, and it's L, and that's the Lethal Weapon films. First one's absolutely fantastic, and they just sort of get a little bit better as they go on. But the first one's always the best. So yeah, that's L, Lethal Weapon. As you can tell, I'm not going really into depth of each film, because I want to make this video not too long and boring, so I'm just going through them really quick. Another action film that I really like, and I hopefully do eventually make the third one, and that is Machete. I think these are just zany and weird and crazy and outgoing, proper cool Robert Rodriguez film. I just think it's absolutely fantastic, and I really like the second one, and please make the third one. But yes, that's M, Machete. Next up is N. I really like this film as well, another action sort of fighting film, and it's Never Back Down. I can remember watching this for the first time and thinking, oh my god, this is so cool. Only this one though, I think they made a sequel. I think I watched a bit of it and it was awful. But this film I absolutely loved. Good redemption sort of film, and sort of get back at your enemy sort of thing film, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, that's N, Never Back Down. The next one is my favourite musical, and it is Oliver. Absolutely love the story of Oliver. I'm a big Charles Dickens fan. Not majorly, but I like the big ones, you know, like Christmas Carol, Oliver, what's the other one he did? But yeah, I do like a bit of Charles Dickens. But this, I think, is probably one of the best adaptations of Oliver. I'm not usually a big musical fan, but I absolutely love this film, and the songs just stick in your head. You've probably got one going around your head right now thinking about it. So yeah, that's O, Oliver. Next up, for P, it's got to be Pirates of the Caribbean for me. I've always been a big pirate fan since I was a little boy, and when Black Pearl came out, what a film. Absolutely loved it. Loved the ride growing up as a kid. So when they brought out that first film, we all rushed. My whole family just rushed to the cinema to watch it because we couldn't wait. Yeah, there's a few poor ones, but the first one is my all-time favourite. So that's P, Pirates of the Caribbean. As I said, there's no Q, so we'll skip Q and go straight on to R, and I picked out RoboCop. Love these films. Yeah, they've sort of not aged very well like the second and third one, but the first one is absolutely great. Love these movies. The remake, awful. Can't believe I bought it. But yes, that's our RoboCop. And then for S, had to pick this film out. The Shawshank Redemption. Absolutely fantastic. And then this looks amazing on 4K. It's another heartfelt sort of film. Absolutely love it. In the same sort of vein as Green Mile. Just absolutely brilliant. So that's S, Shawshank Redemption. And then for T, I picked out actually a sequel. I think quite a few people might agree with me. I didn't pick the first one. I picked the second one, and that's Terminator Judgement Day. I love that film. I would watch that over all of the other ones. I think Judgement Day is probably the best one. I mean, if it wasn't for the first one, we wouldn't have the second one, but I think the second one is just the best one. I absolutely love it. So that's T, the Terminator. I should have said T2 really, shouldn't I? For you, I picked up another action-adventure sort of treasure hunt film, and it's Uncharted. I was actually quite shocked with this film. As a lot of films that come from games into the film world, not usually that great, but I actually really enjoyed this. There was a few nitpicky bits when I first watched it, but I really enjoyed this. I love the games, and I actually really enjoyed the film, and I'm hoping that they make a second one. So that's Uncharted for you. V, I watched this film Christmas just gone, and absolutely loved it, and it will be watched every Christmas from now on, because I think it's absolutely brilliant, and that is Violent Night. Brilliant film. Like I said in previous videos where I've shown this in a shopping video, if you love Die Hard, if you love Home Alone, and you love Christmas, this is the film for you. It's absolutely brilliant, and if you like gore, obviously. But yes, great film. So that's Violent Night for V. W, I picked out another action film. I'm a big action film guy, and I loved this film when it first came out, and that is Welcome to the Jungle. Great film with The Rock and Sean William Scott. That's W, Welcome to the Jungle. Next up is X. X. I watched this recently, really enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, I don't know, a few people haven't. It just sort of come out of the blue for me. But yes, really enjoyed this movie. So that's X as X. The Y, I picked out one of my favourite comedy movies, which has one of my favourite comedy actors, and that is Yes Man. Great movie, in the same vein as Liar Liar. Except in this one, he has to say yes rather than not lie. Really good film. That's Yes Man, the Y. Whoop. And last up, Z, is Zoolander. Really like this movie. Didn't like the second one, but this is just classic in my eyes. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Ben Stiller film, probably one of his best films. So yeah, that was my A to Z of my favourites in my collection. So challenge out to you, Keith, at Euphoria Pictures. I want to see your list of A to Z. So if you liked what you saw in this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.